Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the USA Prep National Basketball Championships here live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and you are watching Elevation Prep take on Victory Christian. Victory Christian is in the blues, and I assume that is the home blues, but we'll see. And we got a turnover on the floor already. So let me give you a breakdown of what we've got going on. 16-minute halves. And this is the second day of tournament action, so these teams have already won to advance here in the winner's bracket. 16-minute halves there on the boys' side. Girls, if you've been watching some of the girls, you know they have quarters, so that's one difference. Turnover quickly as Elevation Prep gets the ball back. Neither team has scored. We're early in the first minute of action. We did broadcast Elevation Prep yesterday. And, you know, they had a win. I think both of these teams won yesterday, so they're here on the winner's bracket. And tomorrow is Championship Saturday. And so every team you see that wins advances to tomorrow. Losers, I think, will go to the double elimination. But it's double elimination in the sense that you're done for the tournament, but not double elimination in the sense that you have a chance to continue to win the tournament. It's once you lose, you're out of the chance at the title. So Victory Christian to inbound. Racing to beat the press, kicks it underneath. Went up for the slam, no good. I mean, as far as the slam, but the bucket is good, so that's great for Victory Christian. I didn't want to take 2 points away from him. Block on the outside, corralled. Drive, kick, underneath, blocked, and we've got a foul, I believe. The teams make adjustments. Now, early on, you know, these teams may not play each other as often. So a lot of times as they advance, you have talented teams that have to adjust and figure out who can score, who can make, where the weaknesses are in their opponent. That ball doesn't even get in bounds before it's kicked back out, but it will stay with Victory Christian. Drive, inbound, post, up, blocked, strong play. Up, over the top, too strong. Scramble for the ball, finally corralled. Number 20, Ngoye Bob Manuel. Now, Ngoye is your big man there in the middle, and he's already gone to the post twice. There he is picking up the ball. Ngoye Bob Manuel feeds it off. Another block. Hard to get off shots for everybody inside, but once again, Victory Christian with the bucket. Stop, pop, big shot outside, no good. And here we go, the other end is this. Looked like he wanted to get a breakaway, but he gets the bucket anyway. And that is 23 Felix Gu Jr. Maybe I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your last name, Felix. .13 minutes to play here in the first half. 3 minutes gone, we got a whistle. Victory Christian leads by 4 early on. A lot of size on this Victory Christian basketball team. Elevation Prep, deep shot, rims off, strong rebound. By number 15, Curtis Hopkins. Back up and good, 6-4 now. Elevation cuts that lead to 2, and we got a whistle. And I believe Victory Christian wants to talk it over already. So it gives me a chance to kind of give you guys a quick rundown on what we're talking about here today. This is the USA National Prep Basketball Championship coming to you live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The city of North Myrtle Beach has brought us in here to broadcast some of these games. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to broadcast all of the games simply due to logistics. We'll see in the future if we can do more, but we're grateful that we can do as many as we can. We added in an extra game today, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was National Christian Academy's girls taking on St. Lawrence in the game we just finished up. And tomorrow you've got the championship Saturday. So we're about to get back in action as Victory Christian is going to inbound. Full court pressure being applied. Not a team-wide full court pressure, just a couple of guards picked up by Devian Smith. He gets up and scores. Devian Smith ties the game at 6-all. And now that full court pressure is intensifying. Inside. Up and good for number 23, Felix Gu Jr. And that pushes Victory Christian back up by 2. Usman Sissoko shot rims that. It went all the way down and all the way back out. Ball picked up. Victory Christian just being harassed on the offensive end. Just looking out on the floor, I watched Elevation Prep yesterday. They got a big win yesterday during one of our broadcasts. And the size of Victory Christian is going. It looks like it would cause them problems. Now, one thing I've noticed early on is not only is Elevation Prep good at swatting at the ball when the big men are driving with it, the big men on Victory Christian keep bringing the ball down a little bit once they get possession, which makes that a little easier. Full court pressure being applied in earnest. Ball knocked out of bounds. I think that will stay with Victory Christian. They've got to figure out how to handle this press a little better. That time they do. They inbound the ball. Usman Sissoko picking up picking up Nassan Ayale. Sissoko behind his back, driving, kicks outside. Shot no good, batted around. We've been stuck on the score for a few minutes now. 8-6, only a 2-point difference between the two. Elevation Prep with the ball. They want to run. Victory Christian does a good job of getting back. Devian Smith's deep ball 3 goes down. And we've got a foul. Count the 3 ball. But I think we've got a loose ball foul. That time Victory Christian does a good job beating the press. Driving, nice. No-look pass inside. Shot good by number 30, Jalen Gould. And they pull back out in front by 1. Hopkins over to Smith. Davion Smith between his legs. Smith deep, outside shot, rims out, battle for it. It goes over the baseline and out of bounds. And that is going to stay with Elevation Prep. And I believe Hopkins is going to inbound. Noah Clemens now. Noah Clemens handling the ball, gives it up to Devian Smith. Smith working against Adarius Irwin. Victory Christian with the defensive stop. Nassan Ayale handling the ball, drives between 3 players, up, scoop shot, no good. But Victory Christian able to track it down as Adarius Irwin grabs that rebound, ultimately ends up with it. Jalen Gould kicks it outside. Ball is tipped off the fingertips, and I believe that will stay with Victory Christian. Nassan Ayale with an inbound. Tough going inside. No dice, no bucket, nothing, nada. Victory Christian with the steal. Ayale, he's trying to beat the pressure and he's fouled. Seth Smith, he's fouled right away as soon as he touches the ball. Low scoring affair so far. We're almost at the midway point of the first half, and it's only a 10-9 ball game. As both teams are having strong defensive outings here. Under the basket reverse, no good. Usman Sissoko over to Smith. Smith up and good, and he draws the foul. Big play for Devion Smith, and he's going to be going to the line, the guard from Elevation Prep. Number 1. Puts his team out in front and a chance to build on that lead just a little bit. Devian caps it off, the 3-point play, adds another point, and that's a 2-point lead now for Elevation Prep. Inbound to Smith. Oh, that was kind of a wild pass, up over the top and good. Caleb Coleman with the bucket. A one-hander putback. He's going to the line for his own attempt at a 3-point play. As he's tied the game with that shot, and he gets a chance to put Victory Christian back up by 1. So he's got 1 shot coming here. Shot rims out, no good. Elevation comes away with it. Devian Smith with the ball. Over to Sissoko. finish and score. Another chance at a three-point play as Victory Christian gets that bucket, puts them up by 2. .735 to play here in the first. And offense has been hard to find for both of these teams as both teams are really putting in a strong defensive intensity. And it's paying off. And we have a really tight one, but low scoring so far here in the first half. Shot is good. That stretches the lead out to 3. Victory Christian now up. Elevation Prep. Usman Sissoko, deep 3-ball, rims off the back of the rim. So it looks like that's going to stay with Elevation Prep, and they will be inbounding. So they've set up in their half court. It looks like Victory's gone to a zone. So now Elevation's got to adjust to see how they're going to attack that. Now, you know, Davion Smith has already hit a couple of threes. He can shoot out that zone, and it's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Elevation Prep. Immediately stolen, or we got a stoppage in play. So Davion Smith guarding Nassan Ayale. Now we've got a press on Ayale. He's double teamed, gets it off. That pressure really hounding Victory Christian. And that forces, I believe, a turnover. Still a low-scoring affair. Sissoko, or I'm sorry, that's not Sissoko. That is Curtis Hopkins trying to get a shot off, but turnover to Victory Christian. And Elevation Prep is also trying to apply the pressure as best they can. They've been effective with it. Both teams have actually been effective defensively. Nice reverse and score for the big man, number 20, Ngoye Bob Manuel. Nothing. It's nothing. But we're still going. They're able to rein it in. Nassan Ayale handling the ball, working against pressure. He drives. He scoops up and good. Nassan Ayale with the bucket, the hoop, the harm. He's going to the stripe to try to pick up one free throw. Number 5, Nassan Ayale, the primary ball handler for Victory Christian, has his bucket now puts them up by 7, and his free throw puts them up by 8. So Victory Christian now their largest lead of the ball game with 5:15 left to play here in the first half. Shot rims out, batted away, and that's going to be out over the baseline. Smith driving, kicks it over to Sorry, he kicked it over to Darius Redfern, whose shot was missed. And now there's a battle on the floor, whistles, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. And everybody's going to try to do cleanup. We try to figure out the best way to mop all this up. And Elevation Prep to inbounds. Elevation Prep really needs a bucket here. They wouldn't want to close out this first half on a drought. Shot up, no good. Big rebound by Bob Manuel. Shot no good, nothing but air on that one. Now Elevation Prep going the other way, but a little bit of confusion, but ultimately Devian Smith ends up with it, the primary ball handler for Elevation Prep. Once again, as we near the 4-minute mark, Prep really, really needs a bucket this trip. I mean, it's a very manageable deficit right now, but they've gone a while without scoring, and they don't want to finish this half like that. That shot misses everything and out of bounds. And he looked tentative when he shot it, Darius Redfern. You could tell he second-guessed himself. Ayale driving up and no good. Rebound going the other way. Elevation Prep. Usman Sissoko with the ball. Kicks it outside to Smith. Smith thought about a shot. Thought better of it. Now Smith again. Sizing up the defender. Rebound by Ayale. He kicks it out to Vasileios Gontopoulos. I apologize for that. Ayale up, no good. Putback is good. And that is number 23, Felix Woodgoo Jr. Elevation looked like they wanted to take a quick breather. Down by 10 now as we're nearing the 2-minute mark in this first half. And again, they have gone some time without a bucket, really in a drought. Battle inside, stoppage, and that is a travel. An unfortunate call on Curtis Hopkins. Hassan Ayale in the backcourt. He's picked up by Sissoko. Drive, too strong, put it back up, and good. And we've got a timeout as Seth Smith gets the putback and score. And that pushes the lead to 12 now with 1 minute, 50 seconds in the half. We've got a delay of game call. That's what this is all about. I was surprised. I guess I wasn't aware of what was happening there. Oh, beautiful find, and there's Smith again. And all of a sudden, Victory's offense is rolling. Victory Christian now up by 14 over Elevation Prep. Sissoko drive, trying to get a bucket, gets his own shot, blocked out of bounds. And I believe that block was Ngoye Bob Manuel, the big man. Shot no good, up. Elevation just cannot buy a bucket, and finally, the drought is over for Elevation Prep, 26-14, but that press beaten easily by Victory Christian, and they're really firing on all cylinders right now. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and Victory Christian is really finding their rhythm right now. Elevation Prep looking for answers. Devion Smith drives, and there's a whistle. And we're going the other way. Ayala in the backcourt, working against Clemens, Noah Clemens. Smith outside, that rims out. Hopkins with the rebound. He wants to keep it up, good. Curtis Hopkins with a rare, clean look at the basket, and he makes the most of it. Now we got some discussion here on the court. I'm not sure what it's about. But Victory Christian to inbound. Deep outside shot, too strong, misses everything. And now we're going the other way. Elevation Prep, they've had 2 buckets in a row. Will it be a third? No. Victory Christian now tracks it down. And that's going to do it for the first half. Victory Christian goes to the locker room, 28-16, a 12-point lead. We got a 5-minute halftime. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the USA Prep National Basketball Championship here live on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. So we're back in action right away here in the second half. And our big man, Ngoye Bob Manuel, going to the line after that attempt at a throwdown dunk, and he was fouled on the way. Victory Christian coming in with a 12-point lead here in the second half. And we got a 16-minute half. Ngoye Bob Manuel's first shot is good. And his second shot is equally as good. So Elevation Prep has got to come up with some answers now. I do not believe they've updated the scoreboard in here. We've updated our scoreboard, but we're trying to keep track with what's going on. A three ball from Usman Sissoko. Sets it to, well, I'm going to have to adjust, and I apologize if we're incorrect, but we're adjusting our scoreboard back to what matches the scoreboard in here. So right away, Elevation Prep comes in here looking for some answers. Down by 9 now. Sissoko outside. Elevation Prep moving the ball, moving well. Sort of a motion offense working for them. Cutter slicing through the lane. Smith. Deep outside shot for Sissoko. Glances off the side of the rim. Now Smith whips it back over to Sissoko. Sissoko drives. He fakes left, drives right, and he's called for the travel. And that's going to be a turnover and give it back over to Victory Christian. Ball out of bounds. As players go tumbling. Dive on the floor. And I don't know if we've got a foul or a jump ball. And I'm not clear. It looks like we've got some a timeout on the floor either way. So we'll get something cleared up here. 14:20 left, 28-19. Right now, Victory Christian still with the lead. You're watching the USA Prep National Basketball Championships here live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Here on Netcast Sports, I am Marcus Shockley. I appreciate you guys joining us today. Today is not championship day, but tomorrow is championship day. Championship Saturday, to be exact. We've got 4 games on tap. 4 games, 4 championships. Teams winning out today will play in the championships tomorrow here in this main gym. So be sure to return for that. You've already seen some great play all day yesterday, all day today, and it culminates tomorrow here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. Sissoko looked like he thought about a 3, decides to pass on that, kicks it outside. Now Devian Smith. Back over to Sissoko. This time he doesn't pass on it. It rims out. Tracked down by Seth Smith. Victory Christian going the other way. Up to Nassan Ayale. And out of bounds over the baseline. So Elevation Prep, they did have a couple of baskets nearing the end of the first half, but they had a long scoring drought, and they don't want to repeat that here. They're still within striking distance, so they certainly are not out of this game by any means. Well within reach. Looking for that opening. Drive inside, tough play, and they're going to be called for taking steps. Ayala with the ball, working against the press. He skips it ahead. Seth Smith now. Drive, kick, back out to Ayala. He's being defended by Clemens. Elevation prep, looking for offense, hunting for offense. Clemens. Now over to Smith. Smith, deep shot outside, rims out. That's a tough one. Looked like it was going down. Scramble on the floor. Battle out of bounds. So once again, just like early in the first half, teams having a hard time finding their offense. And really, with the exception of Victory Christian's spurt at the end of that first half, there hasn't been a lot of easy offense in this game. Ayala gets the inbound pass. He's picked up by full court pressure. Noah Clemens guarding him heavily. Victory Christian able to beat the press. Deep shot, glances off the front of the rim, no good. Put back, also no good. Rebounding. Now Clemens on the run for elevation prep. Ball gets lost. Sissoko picks it up. Everybody's able to set up in the half court. Clemens looking to shoot. Smith. He's also looking. Everybody's looking for the best shot here. Really, really hunting their offense. Now, Sissoko likes to shoot from out there, and that's exactly what he does, but that is I believe, a loose ball foul against Victory Christian. And they're going to call a push inside. Davian Smith now working the point over to Sissoko. Sissoko, once again, he really likes that spot, but he hasn't had a great shooting touch from out there so far today. Hassan Ayala with the ball. He's picked up. Defense does a good job getting back, but now there's a whistle on the floor. Victory Christian will inbound under their own basket. .11 minutes to go, 28-19. Inbound, Victory Christian up. Partially blocked, put back up. That's no good. Smith of elevation prep winds up with it. Now Devian Smith decides to pull it out, reset the offense. Clemens feeds it inside to Hopkins. Hopkins shot, no good. Battle for it, rebounded. Victory Christian, good look ahead, up and good, and score. Number 15, Adarius Irwin with the bucket. And just like that, we got a bang, bang buckets. After this long drought, as both teams score quickly. And a full court press really causing problems for Victory Christian, but I believe they're going to get a foul on elevation prep. That's one of the disadvantages of the press, is that you're really ratcheting up your aggressive intensity on the defensive end, and it can cause problems. cause problems for the defense as well as the offense. Vicileos Polos to inbound. 30-21, 9-point lead for Victory Christian. And we got a foul. Elevation Prep. So here's the situation. Elevation Prep has been trailing by about this amount for quite some time, especially after that drought in the first half. So, but they're well within range. If this something like this shot, like that bank shot three, goes down, then suddenly we have a new game as they cut it to 6. And they're calling for the subs to come in. They're wiping up some moisture on the floor, and Victory Christian to inbound. So Yale once again handling the primary ball handling duties. Gets it over to Seth Smith, number 24. Victory Christian getting the ball up across the timeline and into the front court. Now Smith in the far corner, moving the ball around. Caleb Coleman up and shot. No good, but a push. And I believe that's going to send Coleman to the line. Caleb Coleman of Victory Christian. His first shot bangs off the front of the rim. A lot of times you'll see a guy short arm the first free throw and drop that second one. So we'll see if Coleman is able to make the adjustment here. Rattles around and in. That is good. Victory Christian adds a point to their total at 31-24 now with the lead. And they are again not adding. Okay, there we go. Clemens, cross-court pass. Now back to Clemens. Elevation looking, trying to beat that zone, trying to figure out a way to attack it. Shot, good. They figured out a way to attack it. They get the bucket, and they cut it to 5. We're almost at the midway point of the second half. Ayale beats the press with the dribble, scoots up, and good. Nassan Ayale stretches that lead out to 7 for Victory Christian. Shot up and good. I'm waiting to see if they add it to the scoreboard here. Or yay or nay. Doesn't look like it. Oh, what a play by Ngoye Bob Manuel. Up and good. And that's going to call a timeout. And I believe that bucket, Seth Smith, once again, he's had a really nice outing. A lot of offense, good slashing moves in his arsenal. Able to beat his defender off the dribble and get to the rim, and it's paid off. Got a nice little shooting touch, and yeah, he's had a nice game. Victory Christian holding on to that lead now, up by 9, 35-26, with 7:58, just 2 seconds underneath the midway point of the second half. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championships here live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. And as you've heard me say before, you guys are welcome to follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. You can also follow us on Instagram at Netcast Sports. But on Twitter, one of the great advantages is that you can keep up with some of the schedule changes, things like that we announce, links to broadcasts and things you might not have known about. And, other broadcasters, CBS Sports, ESPN, they're not going to give you that. So back in action once again. Deep shot. Good from Davion Smith. That is a really big bucket. That now cuts it to 6, I mean. Boy, he took some contact. I'm a little surprised there wasn't a foul on that. Seth Smith of Victory Christian drove, really took a body blow on the way to the hoop, but no foul call. But Victory Christian to inbound underneath their own basket. There's Nasana Yale, number 5, to inbound. Over the top. Victory Christian gets it inbound. Stop, pop. That one's off the front of the rim. Gets his own rebound, but it falls on the floor. Dive for it. Scrum on the floor. And what we've got here, we've got a timeout on the floor. Got a 20-second timeout. As Elevation continues to keep this game close. The gym is quite a bit more quiet today. Well, it wasn't earlier for our earlier games. You guys who were listening to this said it didn't sound quiet. Later in the day here, some games are, fans travel, don't travel, whatever. But it just kind of is ebb and flow. And, the next games tonight may be a full rocking gym once again. But, Victory Christian, a good, solid school, Elevation Prep. The teams every day get stronger and stronger because they're winning and advancing. So, that's the situation that we see. Every day you're going to see better and better teams, culminating tomorrow in Championship Saturday. Dive on the floor right away. A stoppage in play. Elevation Prep with an opportunity here, down by 6, 7 minutes to go. Cummings over to Sissoko, now to Smith. Smith, deep shot outside. That one rims out. Battle for the rebound. Maceo Mead with the rebound, gets it over to Cummings. Cummings, it's knocked around. Mead once again with an offensive rebound, but that one's blocked. Mead once again. And he would not be deterred. And Elevation Prep still keeping the ball. Now remember, there's no shot clock here, so it's not a shot clock reset situation. It's just a possession situation, and you've got to take advantage of those. Sissoko with the deep outside shot. That one's no good. He just hasn't had the range consistently today, but, it could light up here in a few. And that's a tough call. Masana Yale got away with a bit of a push while on the break, and now we've got a whistle and a foul, an off-the-ball foul. And the referees are going to talk about it. They're saying, is that an intentional foul? I'm hearing, I could be hearing comments from the peanut gallery about what it should or shouldn't be. You kind of have to take those as a grain of salt. Everybody wants their team to get a benefit, so I don't know. I'll just keep quiet about that. It looks like we've got some kind of setup here. So Nasana Yale once again inbound. He's your primary ball handler. Up to Seth Smith. Smith, cross-court pass. Oh, over the fingertips. Save. I believe we got a foul. That aggressive defense sometimes can do that. And I believe we're in the bonus at this point. So that's going to send Victory Christian to the line. And more specifically, that's going to send Adarius Irwin to the line for Victory Christian. But his first shot glances off the side of the front of the rim. And Sissoko is going to keep it. He's going to push it up, give it up to Devian Smith. Smith down in the corner, shuffle pass, inside, up. Too many trees inside, no good. Nasana Yale picks up the ball. He's got the dribble. Nice pass ahead. Another good pass ahead by Irwin, but they can't handle it, and we're going the other way with Elevation Prep. So again, we've got this scoring drop, but it's both teams. Still only 6 points. It's a two-possession game separating the teams. And the reason I'm now bringing into the discussion the possessions, the number of possessions, is because we're literally down to the 5.5-minute mark in the second half. So possessions are going to start becoming a factor before long. That one rattles out and in. That's frustrating as a player when your shot drops into the hoop and then back out. We've got a whistle. 5:19 left to go. We've got a push on the floor, and we're going back in the bonus. So we are shooting 1-1, and I believe Nasana Yale will be going to the line. Yale, his first shot just misses everything, and he hangs his head in disgust. So away we go. Smith looking for offense. Both teams looking for offense. Everybody's looking for offense all the time. But never so more now than the winner advancing. Davion Smith calling out an offense. Calls out the play. Over to Cummings. Deep shot by Sissoko. That rims out. Rebounded. And away we go on Darius Irwin. Now underneath. Up and a block. But possibly a foul. And that's going to be a two-shot foul for Vasilios Gantopoulos. And his first shot is good. Second shot, no good. Rims out. Elevation Prep now. Now down by 7. And with that one free throw, is this such a low-scoring game? That one free throw is a massive amount of offense now, because it moves it from a 2-possession game to a 3-possession game, as we're now nearing the 4-minute mark in the game. Feed up, good, no good. Block and a foul. We got him with the body. That's going to send DeJuan Jones to the line for Elevation Prep. Shot no good for Jones. Shot knocked around, no good. The free throw, no good. And right away we have another whistle. And now the fans are getting antsy. They do not like the frequent stoppages of play at all. And this is really so many opportunities for Elevation Prep. Cummings now. Back over to Smith. This has been a hard slog for these two teams. The defenses have just been really, really tough. Feed inside right into the teeth of that defense. Hopkins goes up and he is fouled. Well, it wasn't a shooting foul, so Hopkins is going to be inbounding the ball. Out to Smith. Davian Smith pulls it out. Sissoko waves him off, says run the offense. Now Cummings back over to Sissoko. Elevation Prep. Hunting offense. There's just nothing easy right now against this zone. Clangs off the rim. Victory Christian with the rebound. Nassan Ayala, he's had a really solid game as their primary ball handler. Once again, working to beat the press, but is out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Victory Christian. Seth Smith, the inbounds right in front of the scorer's table. Once again, Ayala in the backcourt. He's being picked up by Sissoko. Now, Victory Christian with this is the thing. It's not as dire for Victory Christian to get offense when offense is so hard to come by. And there you go, another big bucket. And it's a monster in a game with such low scoring as this. It is a monster bucket with under 3 to go, pushing that lead out to 9. Victory Christian once again with the turnover and the feed. Up and good. And just like that, Victory Christian starting. Are they going to close out this half the way they closed out the first half? Because if so, they've just opened up an 11-point lead over Elevation Prep, 40-29. Deep outside shot, and that doesn't hit anything. But it's a foul call, so it will stay with Elevation Prep. You see him cleaning up the floor, working to make sure everything is up to par. We got a timeout on the floor as he wasn't able to get the ball inbounds. And we're going to go to take a quick break here as both teams decide to talk it over. Victory Christian. Victory Christian talking things over, up 40-29, 2:21 left in the game. Meanwhile, Elevation Prep, they're also looking for, really what everybody's been looking for. We've been saying it the entire time. Looking for offense. And when the time is counted near the end of the halves, Victory Christian has found that offense. They've found it, and that's been the difference. Every bucket being so important in this one. And when the times have counted today, Victory Christian has been the team that came up with the loose balls, came up with the buckets, came out with the runouts and payoffs. But there's still 2:21, and Elevation Prep still has something to say about it. So here we go. Up and good, and just like that, on cue, they cut it back to 9. And then they get the turnover. And they would love another bucket here. Up, oh, too strong over the basket. And it's going to be a over the back. He's going to say out of bounds. It's actually over the backboard. If it crosses over in some way, you know, if it breaks the plane over the backboard, that's considered out of bounds. So that's what we've got. And it's as good as a turnover for Victory Christian. They'll take it. Asani Ale working. Elevation with another steal. Rolls around, score. Elevation Prep not going anywhere. Down by 7 now. Everybody wants to talk things over now. Victory Christian wants to talk things over. Elevation Prep wants to talk things over. This is a game of strategy and defense. Only 7 points separate. A 3-possession game. 1:47 left on the clock. All right, we'll get you a level set again. If you're just joining us or if you haven't been paying attention or whatever you've been doing today, you're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship here live on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. I appreciate you guys joining us as we are live bringing you the championships from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. As Victory Christian is going to inbound right now. They get the ball in, picked up full court pressure. Devion Smith leading that pressure. Victory Christian, Seth Smith, he breaks the press rather easily now. He's got it, wants to slow it down, gets it over to Ayale. Ayale driving, kicking underneath. Tough, and that's going to be steps, I believe. Yep, that's going to be steps, and he's going to get called for it. Unfortunate for him. He's had a couple of big buckets today, but an inopportune time. And that's exactly what Elevation Prep wanted. They're going to roll the ball in so they can try to keep as much time on the clock as they can. We're only a minute and a half to spare here. Down almost to the last minute of play. Ayale kicks it back over his head. Nice find by Ayale over to Smith. Ayale and Smith have been really solid in that backcourt today. Sissoko pressuring Ayale back over to Smith. They really just want to play keep away at this point, and hopefully they hope to just draw the foul, and that's exactly what happens. So for Victory Christian, the most likely outcome, what they would prefer right now, is for you just keep the ball, play a little bit of keep away with the ball with Ayale and Smith in the backcourt, and draw the foul like they did. But we got substitution. Second shot coming, as we're in the double bonus. For Smith. And his shot is good. And Seth Smith pushes Victory Christian that much closer to a victory here today, moving on to the championship. Sissoko fakes, drives, kicks it out to Clemens. Clemens, his shot glances hard off the side of the rim. And we've got a foul in the backcourt, and now it's becoming a reality for Victory Christian in their ability to advance. Bang. Nasana Yale. And in a game where offense is at such a premium, every free throw is so important. And he gets both of them. Sissoko decides to keep it. He waves off Smith, drives, ball swatted away, stolen by Smith in the open court, and he's immediately fouled. So that was just a clean steal by Smith. Just one of the purest picking of pockets I've ever seen on a basketball court. And Smith is going to the line. So he not only has that great steal, but he gets a chance for 2 at the line. And he just had a really solid game today. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. He's been one of the reasons why Victory Christian looks very close to a win. He drops that first one in. He drops that free throw like he practiced it, as I'm sure he did. Second shot up, bounces off the rim, but he got 1 for 2, and that's a big bucket here in this one. Sissoko looking for a bucket and almost turns it over, gets it to Hopkins. Ball battered around. Victory Christian comes up with the rebound. And really it's a matter of does Elevation want to foul or a point? Is it even worth it at this point? And they decide to eventually foul. They get a Yale. But Yale, he's going back to the line for 2. And they've been shooting well enough from the free throw line to put this game out of reach. It's a tough strategy to foul. And I think I put a jinx on it, but it's a tough strategy to foul when the other team is hitting those free throws because it can just extend the lead as opposed to keeping it close. That one glances off the front of the rim. Big block. Oh, it stays in bounds. And that is going to do it. Victory Christian is moving on. Moving on and moving on up. That's going to do it from the USA National Prep Championships for us today. Tune in tomorrow, starting, I believe, around 2:15, 2:20, somewhere around 2 p.m. for the National Championship. We're going to have 4 championships tomorrow, so definitely check back. All day, all championships at the USA Prep National Championships in North Myrtle Beach. I've been Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. We really appreciate you guys. Hey, tweet us out at Netcast Sports. Use whatever hashtag you like. Keep it clean, no profanity. You guys are all class, we know that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys.